Opening 0 o'clock to 1:30 fade in, dark screen, soft heartbeat sound. There are moments in life when everything seems fine on the outside, yet inside a person is breaking silently. They smile, they say they're okay, but their world is collapsing piece by piece, and sometimes all it takes to pull them back from the edge is one message. Today, I want to tell you a story, not of heroes or miracles, but of a regular man who reached the point of no return, and the message that saved him. This is Daniel's story. Unbreakable. Daniel walking through a busy street, people passing by. If you met Daniel, you'd think he had everything figured out. He was the strong friend, the one who never cried, the one who always had advice, always showed up, always held everyone together. Everyone thought he was unbreakable. Daniel holding the door open for someone, forcing a smile. But even the strongest steel bends when enough pressure is applied. And Daniel's breaking point arrived all at once. When everything fell apart, Daniel's office. Lights off, boxes packed. First, he lost his job. A company restructure, nothing he did wrong. But that one loss began the domino effect. His small home office, documents spread everywhere. His business, the one he poured years into, collapsed next. The debt swallowed his savings. A quiet home, one toothbrush missing from the holder. And then the person he thought he'd spend his life with left. She told him she needed someone more stable. What she didn't know was that Daniel was giving everything he had, and he had nothing left to give. Daniel sitting in the dark living room. He wasn't angry, he wasn't bitter. He was just done. The night in the car, ixed, parking lot, night, empty, quiet. Daniel sits in his car, staring straight ahead. The dashboard lights gently illuminate his face. Daniel, whispering, I can't do this anymore. Close up on his eyes, numb, defeated. He didn't plan anything dramatic. He didn't write a note, he just sat there, letting the weight of the world crush him. His phone sat on the passenger seat, dark, silent. A reminder of a world that kept moving without him. Then, phone vibrates, a single, quiet buzz. Daniel almost ignores it, but something makes him glance over. The message, phone screen glowing in the dark. Text on screen. Hey, I don't know what you're going through, but you've helped more people than you realize. One day, you'll be glad you kept going. Daniel stares at the message, frozen. It wasn't long. It wasn't poetic, but it shattered through his numbness like a beam of light piercing the darkness. Daniel's eyes filling with tears. For the first time in months, his chest aches, not from pain, but because he feels something again. He remembered the people he helped, the nights he stayed up comforting others, the times he gave when he had nothing left. But what he didn't remember was the last time he took care of himself. That message didn't fix him, but it kept him alive. The morning after, sunrise creeping through Daniel's curtains. The next morning, Daniel woke up early, not because he felt better, but because he owed it to himself to try. He got out of bed, he showered, he shaved. He cleaned his apartment piece by piece. Sometimes progress isn't loud. Sometimes it's a quiet morning where you decide not to quit. Daniel writing a list. Update, resume, exercise applied to 3 jobs, call 1 friend, step outside, he puts the paper on the wall, and he kept his promise. Not perfectly, but consistently. The rebuilding, clock montage, inspirational music rises. Daniel applying to jobs. Daniel jogging slowly, out of breath, but trying. Daniel reconnecting with people he lost touch with. Daniel learning new skills. Taking online courses, Daniel journaling, Daniel turning down unhealthy habits, Daniel showing up for himself. The weeks were long. The progress was slow. But he was moving forward, and that's all that matters. And then, one afternoon, the truth. Daniel sitting in a small cafe. Across from him sits an old friend, smiling awkwardly. Friend, hey, I hope you didn't mind the random message I sent a few weeks ago. You just popped into my mind. Something told me to text you. Daniel freezes. The friend continues, unaware. Friend, I didn't know if you needed it. I just felt like I should reach out.
Daniel takes a deep breath.
Daniel, you did more than reach out. You saved me. The friend's smile fades. His eyes widen. Friend, what do you mean? Daniel, I was in my car that night, and I was ready to give up. Silence fills the table. The friend covers his mouth, eyes welling up. Friend, I had no idea. He didn't send the message to save a life. He sent it because something told him to. And sometimes, that's all it takes. A new mission. Daniel speaking to a small group in a community hall. People of all ages are seated, listening quietly. Today, Daniel shares his story with anyone who feels lost, broken, or invisible. Daniel on stage, soft light on his face. Daniel, you never know what someone is going through. You never know whose life is hanging by a thread. And sometimes, the littlest thing, a message, a call, hey, you good? Can be the reason they stay. Audience members nodding, wiping tears. Daniel learned something powerful. It's not about changing someone's life with a speech or a gift. Sometimes, it's just about reminding them they matter. Ending is text on screen. Soft glow. Send someone a message today. Right now, someone you love is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Someone is sitting in silence, pretending to be strong. Someone is waiting for a sign, for any sign, that they matter. Be that sign. Text fades in. You never know who needs it. Fade out. Soft music.